I still believe in ICP. $500 is still my price target, and I haven't given up on it. Even though nothing I say is financial advice, people may be thinking, whoa, that's crazy. That's insane. Take a look at ICP. The price isn't doing the best as of right now. Now, in the grand scheme of things, ICP has actually done pretty good. However, I get it, relatively speaking, in the recent times, it has been having a big price pullback, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the internet computer is a bad project, because the way I view it is that this is pretty much a quote unquote jack of all trades. That right there is what I would like to call it, because it's pretty much kind of like combining the best aspects of Chainlink and combines that sort of with like a Solana, but then just 10 times better. The reason why is because of this. If you take a look at the internet computer, we all know that allegedly, statistically speaking, it is the world's most productive blockchain. So it's pretty much one of the best out there. However, what I think really sets it off is the fact that the internet computer can allegedly connect Web 2 and Web 3 without oracles. The reason why I think this is really fantastic is because when you view Chainlink, what is it primarily known for? It's primarily known for its decentralized oracle network. And I'm going to explain what an oracle is in this case to really get the gears moving and showcase why this is very special. It's because without an oracle, many decentralized applications out there, they simply wouldn't be able to function properly. The reason why is because a lot of decentralized applications, aka dApps, a lot of them need something called off-chain data. And basically an oracle brings data from off the chain, aka off-chain data, and brings that data over into the blockchain. So that right there is very crucial. Chainlink, many people believe in it just simply because of, it's a decentralized oracle network. But the fact that the internet computer can quite essentially maybe even just bypass this process, because you take a look at it can connect Web 2 and Web 3 without oracles, that's insane right there. I think that, if anything, showcases how the internet computer is very wonderful. So this could maybe even make something like Chainlink obsolete. Maybe, right? I'm not saying Chainlink is going to disappear, but it could maybe do that. And Chainlink is one of the biggest projects out there. So the fact that the internet computer, again, can do something like this, that's legendary. And you combine that with the fact that it really has other aspects too. It's focused on decentralized AI, right? We all know that the more decentralized something is, the less susceptible it is to potential hacks and attacks. So, of course, adding that towards AI, a market that is predicted to be worth nearly $2 trillion by 2030, according to Grandview Research, that's massive right there. Not to mention, the internet computer, the average cost per instruction is over 40 million times less expensive than Ethereum. And yeah, you heard that right. Now, this is allegedly, but can you imagine over 40 million? If let's say it was like over 40 times or over 400 times, that's already crazy. Over 40 million, that's insane. Not to mention, for $1 worth of smart contract data, you can get around 44 bytes on Ethereum. On the internet computer, you can get over 200 million. I mean, this is how legendary it is. This is why I call it the jack of all trades. The internet computer, they don't play no games. Now, adoption isn't going to be the best, in my opinion, the next 6 months to 10 months, because this is something that's very revolutionary. It's going to take time for people to really believe in it. But in my opinion, again, this is why I think that it's pretty much like Solana combined with Chainlink, but just a lot better, like 10x that, This is just the way I view it. I think it's just such a legendary project. The price as of right now, I get it, isn't doing the best when it comes to ICP, but it's not necessarily, an accurate representation as to just how amazing the internet computer is as a project. Because let's face it, it's very wonderful. It currently processes upwards of 500 million transactions per day, or allegedly on average. So this right here is very legendary, and it's a project that I don't want to miss out on. $500 really doesn't seem that bad anyways. If I were to consider it going to that price, considering current circulating supply, market cap would be around $240 billion. That's around a 53x from here. But again, $240 billion is still over $300 billion less than Ethereum's all-time high market cap back in 2021. So the way I view it is that this kind of seems like peanuts in the grand scheme of things, and the journey is still very far, keep in mind. We do know that altcoins, usually they peak as a worst case scenario around 18 months after a Bitcoin halving event. That would actually mean around October of this year, based off the last Bitcoin halving event, which happened back in April of 2024. So again, I think that the journey is still very far. There's still ways to go. It doesn't necessarily mean it's bad news, because again, I think if anything, it showcases that ICP still has time to prove itself. And when there's over 600 million crypto owners, at least according to Crypto.com research, which is more than ever before in history, I highly doubt that this sport is going to be bad. it's just a waiting game. I get it. A lot of people, they're kind of anxious. They think that, okay, wow, I can't believe ICP is doing so terrible. But in my opinion, great things do take time and patience. I think this is a very legendary project, and it's not bad by any means. I still believe in it. I'm still going to be dollar cost averaging any time and income, acquiring, holding, and just waiting because I haven't given up. I think better days are ahead. And usually things, they peak, or should I say, at least in some cases, we've also seen things just absolutely pump when we least expected to do so. Like, for instance, I believe in XCN, I believe in Toji. I thought they were going to do, pretty good, let's say around the middle of this year, right? Like maybe May, June, or July, but they're doing that as of right now. Now, I've always believed in them, but the thing is, I didn't expect it to happen that soon. Take a look at ICP as well. Let's say it really does decide to wake up. It could happen in some cases when people least expect it to do so. I'm not telling anyone to buy ICP, by the way. This is just my perspective, but I've seen this time and time again. And I think especially if ICP goes to the price of $100, it's going to be this big mental block or like mental barrier that people see, wow, it really did reach $100. Then at that point, $200 is a 2x from that. Then $300 just isn't even that far away. Then of course at that point, $500 is just within kind of reaching distance. And we've seen this kind of happen when it comes to many altcoins out there. Take a look at Cardano's native token called ADA. ADA at one point was around 3 cents. It was very difficult for it to go to the price of $1, but then reaching $2 and $3 from that point on, it didn't feel that difficult, which is why I think that beyond a certain point, sometimes growth does feel a little bit exponential. Now, of course, it's not going to happen in every case, but again, when I take a look at ICP, I just don't see why it won't kind of do something like ADA, Cardano's native token, because you take a look at the exchange listings, it's fantastic. The Internet Computer, it's pretty much one of the best things out there, in my opinion, one of the greatest projects of all time in my perspective. I highly doubt that the attention is going to be bad by any means. It's just a waiting game, really. I get it. It's kind of been a long journey for some people, but considering how much ICP has done well, especially when compared to when I first started talking about it, I think in the grand scheme of things, it's actually pretty good. Now, pullbacks, it's very normal. It's going to happen multiple times along the way, in my opinion, all the way to $500. But still, even despite that, I think that the journey is still very far. I'm not going to give up on this because it just makes no sense. I want to see, hypothetically, my prediction become a reality. It's like, I kind of feel like this is a 10-mile marathon and I'm 8 miles down. Why would I give up right now? It just makes no sense, in my opinion. Now, I'm going to be waiting anyways, right? So if I'm not waiting for ICP, what am I just going to be doing? Just waiting? Might as well just wait on this as well. I'm not going to just put that cash in a bank account and have it do nothing, basically. Sure, I could put it in my savings account, but for what? I'd much rather try it with this. And in the grand scheme of things, ICP has done pretty good. And I think this is just a small taste of what's to come moving forward. I think as April, May, June, July, especially as Bitcoin reaches that next level of 150,000, 250,000, maybe even beyond, I really don't see why this would be a bad mover in a sense. I think it would be hypothetically very amazing. And again, $500 is still my price target for this bull run, and I'm not giving up. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's Mali the Captain, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace. Bye.